Hello. So this is just the final thing that I'm going to do here, which is show you how I do my vocals. And then I have to take off for the day. But we've come this far and been working on this song, Speechless. Thank you for joining me for it. And what I'm going to do now is just for like 10 minutes, and then I have to take off. I'm going to show you, I've been recording some vocals over the so I finished up my conference call, jumped on the computer, reconfigured some melodies, changed up some melodies, and recorded some vocals. Not all the vocals for the song. A lot of these lyrics will probably get changed over time just because after I listen to it for a while, I'm like, I don't like that part, or melodies will get changed. But this kind of shows you what my process is like a little bit, and I wanted to do this just because I've been telling you guys I do this forever. So what I'm going to do is I now have some rough vocals. I will show you what it looks like on Ableton, which is the DAW that I use, which is the program that I use. And I will show you effects that I like to put on my vocals to make them sound how I want them to sound, and give you a basic idea of the software that I use. So hardware is like actual like metal things connected to your computer that make things sound the way they sound. And then software is stuff on your computer that like programs that you download that affect things. So I'll show you the software that I use. Again, this is just for fun. Like, I'm not giving like shout outs to companies or anything like that. So I don't know if I'll ever do this again. I really enjoyed doing it. But it's just, I don't know, when I create, it's like a sacred time for me sometimes. So I wonder if I'm going to just probably in the future just do it by myself. But I wanted to at least share this experience with you guys once. How am I, Liz Bettmer? I'm doing really good, actually. I had a really productive call today about this festival that I'm hoping to be a part of. I'm trying to get a bunch of people to do something about gun control. And there's a lot of people that care and are excited about it. So I think we're going to do something pretty cool. Anyway, Vincent, enthusiastic smile. Thank you. Love it. You got to smile. Smiling's important. Anyway, so I have like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm going to show you the vocals that I put down. These are all totally rough, dry, which means there's no effects on them. They're just completely dry. And I'm going to put some compression on them, some reverb, some different things to make them sound hopefully a little better. And then I'll just close it for the day, because I probably need to go be a dad and do all the things that come with that, other than coming and sitting up in a studio for hours. And yeah. So anyway, I'm about to turn this around, start this process, and show you how I affect my vocals. And I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here we go. So I'm turning this around, and let me see if I can set it up in a way that will show you. Okay, cool. I'm just going to hold my phone, even though this is so annoying, and I should just be doing Twitch or something like that, because that would make this a lot easier. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I have these different wavelengths. So this is the verse. This is like, I did like a chorus, and like an intro thing, and then these are a bunch of harmonies. I do a lot of panning, like some things are in the middle, some are only in the left speaker, some are only in the right speaker, and that just gives me the sound that I want. So I know from the get-go that I'm going to want some compression, so I'm going to go over here to audio effects. I'm going to click on compressor and just put a generic compressor on this vocal to begin with. Everything's gonna be like too loud, too quiet. I'll play around with that. Help me. Okay, so I know that I also am gonna want some reverb, so I'm gonna go here, Valhalla, verb, and that's one that I really like. I really like, there's all kinds of different reasons to do different reverbs. There's this designer preset by Don Gunn. I don't know who it is, but he's pretty rad. And I really like this one called Amazing Vocal, because it's called Amazing Vocal, so I mean, come on. I'm going to click on that, and what I'm going to do is play around here. So let's listen to the vocal. Can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their life. playing around with some of the effects here. Okay, so one thing I will mention, some people like to use auto-tune, some people like to tune vocals. As I get older and become more of a dad, I'm less into tuning, because I think that there's just, and this is such an old school thing to say, but I think there is more value to pitchiness. To have a little pitchiness in the voice, it just gives a little more value. So unless my vocal, I want a robotic sound, I'm typically not using any auto-tune or anything like that. I'm just relying on my own vocal pitch. And if it's a little pitchy, I think that's kind of good because it gives it at least a little life. And that's just adjustments that I've made over the years. And I'm not like a snob about it. I actually just think it's adds a little more value. So that's a little reverb. So I definitely am thinking.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today, and you cannot take that away. They've broken down my walls, but I still want these holes.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Audio Effects and do an EQ. EQ is, I'm going to just do a very basic EQ, EQ 8. So I'm going to put this down here. And what an EQ is it takes out some of the frequencies that are competing with things. So I'm going to take out the low end so it's not competing with the bass. But I don't want to take out too much low end or else it'll sound like a really thin vocal. So I'll kind of just do a little soft roll like that. Some people like to add a little high end and stuff. I'll play around with that in a second with some frequencies. So.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today, and you cannot take that away. They've broken down my walls, but I still want these holes.
So as you can tell, as I'm adjusting it, it makes it sound like a speakerphone kind of effect, or you can make it sound like a little like breathy or whatever, you know. So I'm just still gonna mess around and manipulate this to get it how I want it to sound.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today, and you cannot take that away. They've broken down my walls, but I still want these holes. Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day.
Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So this intro sounds pretty good, I think now.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today.
Okay, so I also think for this intro, we want a little bit of, delay, because this is a really, I feel like it just needs that kind of like, a delay is like an echo. Just think of it as like, help me, you know, just to give it a little bit of like an epicness.
Help me, anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel like. Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lives deep below me. My heart seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today, and you cannot take that away.
Playing around just with the delay here.
But I still want these holes.
Just a slight delay. And then speechless. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to group, actually, sorry, I need to use my other hand for this. I'm going to group these 3 vocals, and I'm going to treat them now. I'm going to drag on some effects onto these vocals. I'll do, so these vocals right here are like some harmonies that are going to kind of come in on that speechless part that you just heard, this part.
Speechless, looking for the words to say.
So I'm going to put on some compression, put on a little bit of compression on them, and then I'm probably actually going to put quite a bit of reverb on these background vocals for the chorus, because I think that'll really just add a beautiful thing to the chorus. So I'm going to put on an EQ and do kind of the same thing, a similar thing, just not adjust it as much. I'm just going to take out a lot of the low end here, like a hard cut. I don't want any low end in these background vocals because I just don't want to muddy it up. And then I'm going to go to plugins. I'm going to throw on some reverb. I'm going to do this different reverb. I actually like this just normal concert hall. I use it all the time. So let's just play around with that.
Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say to make it feel.
All right, that's too muddy. And I actually don't think this is the right reverb for this. Let's try let's try a bright hall, like to make it really just like a reverb that gives it a little bit of breathiness. And I'm gonna try this pop vocal one actually. Let's see what this sounds like. I'm gonna solo the vocal. So hold on, let's try this again.
Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say. Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say.
Sounds kind of cool. Let's try that again.
Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say to make.
I'm compressing this pretty hard. All right, let's listen what that sounds like. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna throw, just sorry for how bad my films. This is so like ghetto how I'm doing this. I really need to get good at Twitch or something else because it's really stupid that I'm like having to like do this in this way. I should be doing this like a much more professional way. So I'm sorry that this is so unprofessional, but okay. So let's play from the beginning here. So we got, I'm soloing. Okay.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their rounds deep below me. My heart it seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright today, and you cannot take that away.
Just kind of making small adjustments to the reverb to get it right.
But I still want these
I'm gonna do a small cut right here. Off. Actually, no. Cool, we're getting somewhere, so. Getting there. Okay.
Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless.
All right.
There's nothing you can say to make it feel
right. We're getting somewhere. Okay, here comes the verse. This is like a verse idea I had here. Okay, I'm going to do some stuff real quick. We're getting there. So this is that new verse that you just were hearing. I'm going to put it on a separate track. So I'm duplicating that, and then I'm taking it off this track, and then get rid of that. So I have the verse on its own track, so I can adjust what effects I want on it and how loud I want it to be. I mean, you can draw that in, but I'm lazy, so I don't. So we have, okay, so I'm gonna move this down. Okay, so, starting from the beginning, one more time, let's go through this. So,
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their rounds deep below me. My heart it seems to skip up.
I changed that to skip a beat because I just like that better. We talked about that earlier, I think.
And you cannot take that away.
Broken down my walls. And then roam these halls instead of walk. Change that. And I'm always making lyrical changes like that, just make it, just as you listen to it more, you know.
Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say to make it feel okay.
I put a little bit of like effect on the synth to make it a little warped sounding. I put like a cassette tape sound on it. So that's why it's like a little warped sounding. Just makes it sound a little warmer. I don't know. I kind of like it. Speechless. So I added some harmonies here on the second chorus. To make his second verse. Alright, this is a new part right here. Oh, that's why those. I was like, why do these vocals sound so bad at this part? And it's because I have a couple more that I need to put some effects on here. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, guys. So what you're hearing there is like a B section to the second verse. I don't know. You don't always have to have like verse, chorus, bridge, blah blah blah. So sometimes I'll just add. Sometimes it's best in a song to have no structure. You know what I mean? So let me play this second verse again. So second verse. And then we're getting there. Hey! Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. What's so loud? Oh, I had a double vocal. I had a vocal that was phasing out with another vocal there. That's why that sounded bad. Okay, back to that. Speechless, looking for the words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Okay. I promised I'd only make this like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to go downstairs and be a dad and all that good stuff. So I'm going to play this now from the beginning, and I'm just going to leave it like this for now. If I'll probably come back to this tomorrow in my off time and start to add some like other things and an outro. If maybe it goes somewhere else. Is this in B flat major? I thought it was in G minor, but maybe it is B flat. I honestly I have no idea. I haven't really explored that. I thought it was G minor though. Stay with Ned. Hey, Lola Cal, good daddy. Yeah, you gotta be a good dad. Being a good dad is number one. Okay, I'm gonna play this through from the beginning, and then I'm gonna head off. And so much love to all of you around the world. Thank you for joining me for this over the last 2 days. This was fun. I've never done anything like this before. So I'm gonna play this song as I wrap up here, and you can hear the song, and then and that's how I make a rough demo.
Help me, can anybody hear the sound? Help me, pain and sorrow make their lands deep below me. My heart it seems to skip a beat, but I feel alright tonight, and you cannot take that away. They've broken down my walls, but I still own these halls. Speechless, looking for words to say. Speechless, feeling like this every day. Speechless, there's nothing you can say to make it feel okay.
Hey, I never changed that bass sound. Whatever. Ben will do it better one day. I'm cooler and add cool stuff. Work this out. This is So added some harmonies on this second chorus to let it grow a little. Am I gonna release this? I don't know. There's a lot of songs that I write that I never release, to be honest with you. This is what I do every day. That's it, guys. Love to all of you. Mwah. Thank you for joining me on this creation process. I had a lot of fun doing it. I do love my fans. CG Mid, I love all of you. I count you really as family. This is not... Fans is such a weird word. I don't really like it because it feels like when someone calls you buddy. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, buddy. Like, we're all in this together. I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't you guys coming to shows, and so this feels like a big family to me. Love to all of you. Shop Girl, hello, love you. Daddy Mayor, come to Italy. We will come to Italy, I promise. I love Italy. Over and out. I love you all. I'll see you around the world somewhere. Peace.